Hi there, welcome back to Creatively Crafted Life. My name is Melanie and today we are going to look at base pages and how we can use them with photos. So I am in the process of post-crafting cleanup and I have 4 photos, I think there's 4? No, 5 photos of my nephews and nieces that I had printed out for a different project that I ended up not using, but I still want to use these photos. And my immediate thought was this is a perfect opportunity to pull out some base pages. So when I go to look through my base pages to find something that will work with the photos, I will often use colors to see what coordinates better and also kind of a mood and feel. So for instance, these are all little kids, and so something that's really serious or formal or vintage is just not going to go for it. So that's kind of how I look at it. What I will do is I have pulled out my stack of base pages, and you guys, it is a ton. I don't even know, it's a handful. It is a handful. Some of these are double page, some of them are single. Obviously, these are probably just going to be single page layouts, but if I find a double page that works, I'm not necessarily opposed to breaking it up, if that makes sense. Keep in mind, one niece is wearing black. This one here is wearing some florals and dark colors. She's got pink sunglasses. It looks very summery. This one looks a little more on the fall side, but he's got some primary colors. And this one here is an outdoor picture, but there's some orange and brown, that kind of thing. So I'm going to put these to the side and we're just going to flip through these. And as I come across something that I think may work, we will pull them out and go from there. So this one looks a little too formal for me, the muted tones and the gray wood tone. So I'm going to pass that. This one here is really designed for smaller photos. These are 4x6, and while I could go and print them down, I'm not at this point. This one here, again, very pretty, very soft, not quite what I am looking for, but something like this photo here would work well. I could just trim this off and add this to this page and it would be done, but I don't think so. This is for 2 pages, 2 photos, and I really don't feel like being creative to come up with a second way of doing with it. So this is a 2-page spread. Here's a fall one. So I could use, you know, this photo here with the orange, although it's really green grass. This was actually taken before everything started to change. And this photo here, which I said has a bit of a fall vibe, I think the red is too red compared to the rest color, so I'm gonna pass that. Besides, this just looks a little too formal. Now this one has potential. It's dark, but it's got a lot of bright colors. And this, my niece, this one is wearing a dark floral top, and I'm thinking that might look really well. So I'm going to pull this one aside because I think this is going to be it. Here is another trick. If you find something that works, take it, move on. Don't second guess, just keep going. That makes sense. So I'm actually going to take this one out of the equation. Now, if I found something that was even more perfect, obviously I still could, but it's really in your best interest to just move along and keep going. I don't like the vibe of this one for the kids. This is a 2-page spread that I don't want to break up. This is one I recently did using up scraps. It's a lot of fun. This one's cute. Could work with this one. Not too sure about that one. So to me, this one isn't a for sure like the other one was. So let me go back to what I just said. If you find something that works, go for it. This one will work, but it needs a little more effort than I am willing to put in at this point in time. So I'm going to say this one's a maybe, and I'm just going to put it aside. Okay, this one's definitely got a more older, mature, vintage look to it. This is a 2-page spread, like that. Yeah, not that one, that's another 2-page. This is a single. Now, this again could work, but there's a lot of blue in here. So if I had to choose between these two, this one would work better. So this one's still gonna stay. This one is, we're gonna pass over this one. This is another one that could work. It feels a little less work than this one, but still not perfect. So I'm gonna move this one out. Oh, this is a 2-page spread. Well, again, this is one where you could say, it doesn't matter if it's 2-page spread, you could break it up. So I'm just gonna pull both of those out. This one also would work. And you know what, you guys? I really like this one. I like this better than this. This works, but this one is less work. It's pretty much already done. All I need to do is add a title and a little bit of journaling. So I'm gonna say this one is a win. This is another fall one. This was actually the bonus class from Croptoberfest, as was this one. So we're gonna skip over these really bright ones. I don't think these ones are ones that are gonna work. Oh, plain piece of paper in here. Let's pull that out. Oh, that's cute. Could tuck this photo in here, trim it down a little bit. That is really cute. I like that one. So I'm gonna say let's go with this one. Now I'm down to the 2 photos of my nephews, and I don't really want to do florals. These are all like a whole series is from a class I took. I'm gonna skip over that. This is a 2-page spread. Don't want to break that one up. This is also a 2-page spread. Too old, too florally. More florals. I do like this orange though. This is a 2-page spread, but could easily be adapted to a single. Huh. Could do that one. Or what about this one? I think I like this one better. And I'm not too concerned about this being a 2-page spread because look at what the second page is. This I could easily dispose of. No worries. Okay, so one done. One down. 2 pink, 2 pink, 2 pink. Lots of pink. Vintage. These are for my family history album, which I need to work on some more. If you saw my 12 Days of Christmas, I did do a page from 1954's My Mom and Her Brothers at Wintertime. That was a lot of fun. Okay, skip over these. Too much pink. I need to do a little more blue, I think. Too florally. Well, I love floral, so that's not gonna happen anytime soon. Oh, this is a crafting one, but I do like the colors in here. This one would work well if it wasn't like a crafting theme. You could cover up most of the words, but then I still got the scissors, which don't really fit. Let me just shift things over. The pile's gotten too big and it doesn't fit. I think this one's a 2-page spread too. Yeah. We got a Christmas one. No. No. This one needs to be oriented this way. It has potential. I don't know that the penguin necessarily fits, but this is a possibility. So let me pull this one out. Too much pink. Guys, this is literally all I do. Now I think this one would be perfect. It does require a little bit more effort on my part, maybe, maybe not. All of these dots kind of act as ephemera already, so I don't know that I need to add a whole heck of a lot to it. So I think I like that one, this one better than this one. So we'll swap that out. We'll just do last flip through these last few ones and make sure there's nothing else here. Disney themed, definitely not. Some Felicity Jane stuff I was using up. Oh, I see a blue down here. That might work. Oh no, too florally. Okay, I think this is the one. Let me go and add the photos, pull out a title, and do some journaling, and I'll be back to show you the finished results. Okay, so for this first layout, I pulled out one of my die cut binders with the metallics and labels. I added a label, a little bit of journaling. I found these gold stickers in that same binder and then just added a couple dots, and I am calling this one done. So this one was even easier. I literally just found a title. This was, I think, from maybe one of Amy Tan's foam title. I just added her name and the date. I don't think I need to put any other journaling on this. It's just a photo of from a bigger project that I will have documented separately. Okay, so moving on to the next one. I'm doing all the easy ones first. Literally no change on this one other than adding this teeny tiny label so I could put her name and the date. And again, I don't think I need to add anything further. Let's move on to the next one. So for this one, I pulled out another sticker. This is from Pink Fresh. Old school. You lift my heart up. I added a label, put his name and the date on it, and again we are calling this one done. So now let's move on to the last one, which will require a little bit more effort, I think, because there's not quite so much done on this base page. You know, I'm of two minds. I love the ones that are fully embellished, ready to go for this very reason, but I also do like the flexibility that these give you. Obviously, the less on a page, the more options you have as far as direction that you can go in. So let me work on this one and I'll come back and show you how this one all came together. So for this last page, I went to my green die cut binder and I found these squares that had like it divided into triangles, and I had two of them. So I just kind of mapped them on either side. I also found in the label section this larger journal box, and I used, I think this is from Chamel's Never Grow Up, I think that's the name of it, the title Into the Wild, which was appropriate for this photo. I had my sister take a bunch of pictures of my nephew outside because I'm planning to write a storybook featuring him going on an animal safari. So Into the Wild is appropriate. And then I just used some of the other stickers that were on here to embellish, like this bird and this bird, the little heart, and then some of the animals, just to kind of add some dimension to the bottom half of the page. And I don't think I need to do anything else because this is plenty busy enough as it is. I added a couple enamel dots to tie in that kind of purpley pink a little bit better. And that is pretty much it. So those are my 5 layouts that I literally did in like half an hour. And that is the beauty of doing base pages. So I have a couple questions for you. 1, have you gotten on board with base pages? And number 2, have you actually used them? Because it's great to create them, but it's even better to have photos added on them and put them in albums. Thanks so much for joining me, and until next time, happy crafting.